Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Putting my mouse down into my auto hiding section of the tray there, system tray, because it's a Windows 10 install. It is 7 a.m. on Wednesday, the 7th of February. And in my hand, I have a Patches Jr., otherwise known as Bat Ears McGee. Now, I call him Bat Ears McGee, paradoxically, because he keeps his ears crinkled up close to the side of his head when he's like tired and all that. So he's ready for bed. He was not asleep when I woke him up. When I picked him up. So it's not like I woke him up, but he's getting ready for bed, so his ears are crinkled up. But when he's awake and such, his ears are big and radar dishes, but he's a cutie. He's getting older. There's his hair on his back is fading out, but he's a nice little guy. He's an absolute sweetheart. If the few times he's ever bitten me, it's just been nips. I'm going to put him back because he really wants to go to bed. Here we go, little guy. Thank you so very much. Now he can go back to bed and go back to, well, not back to sleep, go to sleep. At some point. I mean, if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. I'm not going to force him to go to sleep. That would be silly. Especially, how do you force a hamster to do something? You try to force a hamster to do something. All you're going to do is piss it off because it doesn't understand. And so it's going to get irritated and bite and just be really upset. So you can't force a hamster to do something. Hamster's going to hamster. So thumbs up on that. There was a hamster group on Facebook I was a part of, and suddenly I'm not getting anything from it, and I don't know what happened. And somebody said that they were going to try and resend me an invite to get me back to it, and nothing, so I don't know what's happened. It was really nice because I used to get hamster pictures every single day, lots and lots of them, and then suddenly I noticed one day that nothing, and I can't even find the group. So I guess I got kicked out pretty hard. I don't know why. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, excuse me, it's I don't really talk until I turn on the webcam, and so I never know what my voice is going to be like, or if my throat is sore, because throats get sore, and I have allergies, and I smoke cannabis, and you know, there's all sorts of reasons that my throat could be sore, and so I never know until I start talking whether or not it's actually sore. And right now, it's a little bit on the sore side. Probably from allergies. Also, with my sleep mask, I have it so it's, well, it comes with a reservoir. You fill it with distilled water, and then it heats that up, and it sends vapor, water vapor, through the tube where it's shoving the air down your throat, because otherwise you're going to dry out really, really bad, and it's just painful as all get out. With this one, at least it sends some water vapor down. You can adjust the humidity of it. I might have to adjust the humidity upward, because I've noticed more often my throat is more sore when I start talking in the morning. And that could be because of the drying effect, the drying effect of having basically an air compressor blowing air down your throat. Very drying, very uncomfortable and unpleasant. Thumbs up on that. Because of my physical issues and chronic issues and all that, I only have 15 spoons to start off my day. Actually, I'll probably have closer to 20 because I'm not as bad off as many people with chronic issues. I can still get stuff done. I mean, I went and took a shower this morning, and I'm still able to do things. I'm looking at the rest of the day. I'm not going to be able to do a lot. I've used up 3 of my X number of spoons, and whether it's 15 spoons or 20 of them, that's a whole lot less than the 100 that you start with. So, yay. But I've taken a shower, so that's a very good thing. And I've put on a little extra weight. So I'm thinking I got to be careful, or my anorexia is going to come raging back. I'm between 190 and 200 right now. There's only, what, 2 or 3 times in the past year that I've gone up above 190 like this. So I'm kind of worried. Number one, I don't want to ever get fat again, because I was up to 325 pounds before I got really, really sick and lost half my body weight. I should have died. Luckily, I didn't. And on the other hand, I don't want my anorexia to come raging back either. I spent a good almost 2 years as just, I'd only eat a very, very, like 100, 200 calories every 2 or 3 days. It was barely enough to maintain just life. So I need to eat and eat well and eat normally, because I don't want to die. I want to live a long, long time. But I also don't want to start packing on the pounds again. Because back when while I was married, I weighed between 240 and 280. My weight would fluctuate between those two extremes. I wore anywhere between 2XL shirts and 3XL shirts. And largely I wore 3XL because 90% of my clothing through 90% of my life has been hand-me-downs from other people and not stuff that I've bought. So a lot of the shirts and such that I wore were from my brother-in-law, who his weight has fluctuated, but he's usually between 300 to 500 pounds. So I had a lot of 3XL shirts, and I was wearing those. I've thrown a bunch of those out because ever since I lost half my body mass, I'm wearing a medium over the top of another medium, and I've got a lot of room inside of here to expand, which I never plan on doing. So going from 2XL and 3XL to medium, and I can even fit into a small now. Not comfortably. I'm mildly claustrophobic, and so tight shirts, especially tight fits on my arms, just ugh. I get antsy and itchy, and I'm uncomfortable the entire time I've got that shirt on. So really tight shirts, like small, I can wear, but I prefer not to. Mediums fit great. This is a fine fit. Even with 2 shirts on, fits great. So I'm great with mediums if I need to. Like if I ever need to wear 5 shirts, then I can wear an X. Then that'd be good. But a lot of my shirts are still, they're like circus tents to wear, and that's always fun. I mean, even when I was heavy and I had 3XL shirts, I could have fit another person inside of a 3XL shirt that I was wearing. I just wore them because they were there and they fit, so I wore them. That's what I've done with most of my life. But now that I've lost a whole bunch of weight and I'd like to keep most of it off, I'm throwing out the big heavy stuff. Not heavy, the bigger stuff that just 3XLs are like a circus tent. Come on. So I just got the 2XLs, 1XL, not a lot of 2XLs anymore. But it's a good thing. Even though I have to wear 2 shirts at a time now because I'm so cold all the time. I've mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. When you gain weight, your brainstem and other parts of your brain set that as your baseline for everything, your comfort and how your body works properly. So my body, my nose is itchy. My body is used to me weighing 325 pounds because I hit 325. And so when I'm now at like 195, something like that, when I'm at that weight, I'm 130 pounds less than my body thinks I should be. So my temperature gauge in my brainstem is always telling me I'm freezing because I'm missing 130 pounds of insulation. My body's a lot cooler. I cool off a lot quicker. And I'm always freezing. So yeah, now I wear 2 shirts most of the time. And even at that, I end up wearing one of my jackets as well, because I'm just so cold. I should probably get a pull-on sweater or some sort of thing for comfort, but darn it. It's, even though there's reasons why actual physiological reasons why I feel like this, it still strikes me as bloody irrational, because no, I shouldn't have my baseline set at that, and so I'm fighting my body and refusing to do a whole lot more than just like wear shirts and an occasional jacket. I do not want to make that step and say, okay, I accept it, I need to start wearing sweaters now. I don't want to take that step. Once you take that step, you start accepting things and it becomes normalized. And then you have it's just easy to take another step. And then the next thing you know, you've become your parents. I don't want to become my parents. I'm enough of my parents as it is. I am so much like my mother, it's absolutely insane. I act like her a lot, and so when we get together, we immediately fall into behavior patterns of butting heads and just trying to draw blood with words on each other. It's kind of fun, but at least I understand where it is and what happens. But here's going to be a parent rant. This sort of thing, my other friends and other people have seen it. They've never believed it until they've seen it. But if my mother will lead up to say, let's see, we want to go out to lunch, and she'll say, well, what do you want to have? We can have burgers, we can have pizza. You want to have burgers? Let's have burgers. We'll go have burgers. And then she'll find out, you know, I want to have burgers. And so I'll finally say, okay, let's have burgers. She finally talked me into it. We're going to have burgers. At which point, and it has amazed everyone, she immediately stops trying to sell me on burgers and immediately starts going, well, you know, pizza is really, really good. And I think if we took a look at pizza, pizza would be a great choice. We should really, really, really think about pizza. I know a whole bunch of good pizza places. It's like, you just talked me into eating burgers. Now that I've agreed with you, why are you trying to talk me out of that? And it's amazed people when they've seen it, because yeah, it's exactly what she'll do. She'll talk you into something, and then the moment you accept it, she'll talk you out of it. It drives me nuts, drives them crazy, but I'm hoping I never, ever, ever do that. I do a lot of stuff that's my mother, and what can I say? I've never had a lot of real father figures. My father, genetic father, my sperm donor, he was... My parents divorced when I was like 1 year old, and so I've never really known him. I've met him periodically when I was younger, and then he was contacting me about trying to get together a couple years back, but then he had to be put into a nursing home because he was a painter most of his life, and the fumes can damage your brain and cause dementia as you get older, and he could no longer take care of himself. So never really known him. So my grandparents did a lot of raising me until I was about 6 or 7 years old. I was close to around 8 or 9 when my grandmother slipped and broke her leg. She was always heavy, and she was told by the doctors, you need to move, you need to stay moving, you can't just sit down and not move. She did a lot of sitting, not a lot of moving. When you do that, you will develop blood clots. And in a case like a broken leg, especially if you're heavy and you get blood clots, you're asking for trouble. Blood clots are always dangerous. Not always deadly, but always incredibly dangerous. And she broke a blood clot off one night, and her husband, my grandfather, he was a firefighter, and so he knew how to keep people alive with CPR and stuff, had to try and keep her alive while he had called 911, and she died. So yay on that at about that age. Also during this time, my mother's second husband, the first person who gave me my last name, liked the last name, but he didn't do a whole lot of raising, and what I do remember of him, I don't remember fondly. He was a man that sexually abused me for quite some time, and not a good thing, so he was the only human being I've ever met and known that when he died, it took a weight off my shoulders, and the world became a better place. So thumbs up on that. Well, I've been rambling on for 15 minutes now, so I have opened up the community tab, 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read the comments, answer as many as I can, thumbs up everyone I read afterward. But for right now, I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. Whether it's a good comment, bad comment, or indifferent comment, the content of the comment right now doesn't matter. It's just the fact that you left me a comment. Thank you so very, very much. I'm an American English speaker. If I mispronounce your username, my sincere apologies. No disrespect is intended. What can I say? And it's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language right in front of my own face with the fingers of my hands, I still get confused and forget where I am. So first off, we have Cesar Roma. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. And Damon Alderson. Thank you very, very much. We have Mixed Nuts. Thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Kathy Kitscat. Greatly appreciated. Lynn K. Thumbs up and thank you. JT. Thank you very much. Corrupted Media with a K. Thank you very, very much. Spiral Reflex. Thank you. Janelle O. Thank you very, very much. And Hell Dragon. Heck of a name, and thank you. Casey Farrell. Thank you very, very much. Draco Nuikas. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very much. Boy Scouts. Thank you. And Jack Slonaker. Jack S. Thank you very, very much. Thomas S. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Tony Naito. No, that's, yeah, and 16. Thumbs up. A Row of Lights. Thank you very, very much. Ya Boy Mason. Thumbs up. Just a Small Bean. Just a Small Bean. Thank you very much. Random Edits. Greatly appreciated. Jackson Ranger. Thumbs up and thank you. RHCP Fan. Thank you very, very much. Craig the Entity. Thumbs up and thank you. And Wito Poncelet, I sure hope I'm close, but I bet I'm probably not. Thank you. And last but not least, Tangy the Great. Thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you, as stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. Thank you so very, very much. I wish I could do more. I used to go through and thank all of my subscribers every single week. Whenever I got 100 subscribers, I would go through and thank everyone by name. I can't do that anymore. It used to take me a week and some to pick up that many. Now I usually get 100 to 200 subscribers daily. I thank you all so very, very much, but I would just turn into the 24-hour thank you channel and do nothing else if that's all I did. If that's all I did, well, of course. But if that's what I did, because there's so many. But thank you all so very, very much. It is greatly appreciated, especially the people of you out there, the people of you. I'm not speaking English today, my apologies. All of you that watch, it is appreciated. I'm just rambling, it bubbles sorting my head. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. It is greatly appreciated. If you could check out my links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. That would be awesome if you could take a look. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. I am always riding on the dire edges of financial ruin, and if I could get your help just to pay my rent, that would be awesome, and I thank you so very much. I'm of the generation that hates asking for help. My parents drilled into my head, take care of yourself or shut up and die. But there's nothing wrong with asking for help, and thank you so very much. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes, I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very, very cool. But I would understand if you don't want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So if you did not want to subscribe to the channel, or you did not like my videos, I would unfortunately understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. My arms get so tired at the end of my vlog because I talk with my hands like this all the time. I do this in real life as well. It's not just on the webcam. I talk like this with my hands all the time. I am extremely histrionic and hyperbolic. I'm almost a self-parody. Thumbs up on that. I've got a reaction video coming up, game video coming up, hopefully a game video from a game channel. That would be nice, wouldn't it? So you take care. Have a great day. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.